What is going on, YouTube? My name is Terrazone, and today I'm going to talk about supplements. Of course, like protein powder, mass gainer, creatine, stuff like that. Specifically, what I use and what are my thoughts on supplements in general. To go ahead and get it out of the way, what I use, well, I don't really use supplements that often, but I'll get to that in a minute. So, what I use for, let's start with pre-workout. What I use for that is creatine monohydrate 5000. It's pretty decent if you can't really get your carbs in, you don't have that energy. This will kick in eventually. I'd say within like 15-30 minutes that will kick in. And as far as whey protein, this is just kind of what I have. We're not exactly made of money, so we can't go out and buy like the good protein. But now I've had this stuff for about a year. Or, well, I haven't had it for I've been taking it for about a year. That was just because I absolutely was not getting my protein numbers in. This helped me to a certain extent to get my protein up, because I just absolutely wasn't. I was busy and doing stuff all the time. This is my favorite. This is mass gainer, and I gotta say, this got me from about 128-ish to about 135. I weigh 135 right now. This is another GNC brand. It's like my creatine, it's a GNC brand. This is Bulk 1340. As you can see here, 2 scoops of this is, of course, 1,340 calories, 50 grams of protein, 11 grams of BCAAs, and 277 grams of carbs. So that's pretty good. That's pretty decent stuff right there. It has helped me out a lot. But guys, I'm gonna get into my thoughts on supplements. Now I'm gonna say, I'm not saying supplements are bad. I'm not saying that you shouldn't do them, but there's a reason why I don't do supplements a whole lot. Like I might take this once or twice a week, maybe even 3 times a week. But guys, I don't take this stuff at all. I don't even remember last time I took this. It might have been maybe a month or 2. Yeah, and don't even get me started on pre-workout. I barely ever take this stuff, guys. I have to get my carbs in, and that's where my energy comes from. But I don't really think that supplements are, a necessity. I don't see them that way, and I don't think you should either, because as far as, supplements are literally just to help you kind of get your numbers in, right? That's literally all they do. People will say, I'm just going to use this as an example. I'm not saying that Melaleuca does this, because they're actually good about not doing that. Say this is one of those protein powders or bars or stuff like that you see on those advertisements all the time on the internet. You see crap like this all the time, oh, this right here will get you your lean muscular physique in 6 weeks. Guys, it does not work that way. I don't care how hard you're training in the gym. I don't care how much weight you're lifting. I don't care how often you're doing it or anything like that. It is not that easy. This is bodybuilding, and not always bodybuilding, trying to lose weight even, it's all a long process. If you're trying to physically change your body, it is a long process. I will tell you that right now. If it was that easy, then I would not look like this. I've been weight training for about 2 years. When I first started, I was about 100 pounds, maybe 110. I am 135 now. If that's how it worked, then in just one summer, I would be freaking jacked. I would not be 135. What I'm trying to say here is that you don't necessarily need this stuff. It's all right to take this stuff. It can be helpful if say you're going out on vacation or something, and you're having to eat budget foods, and you're not really eating a whole lot, and you need your calories. If you need your calories, trying to get your protein up, carbs up even, this stuff will help with that. But that's all you need to be using them for. It's just that occasion when you absolutely cannot make an effort. You gotta make an effort to get your numbers in, guys. It's just how it is. You gotta work for it. It's not just training in the gym. Virtue and Physique, he was going over all of the mistakes that he made as a beginner and what he wished that he knew when he first started lifting. And one of them, he talked about, nutrition. It really is important. I know I can't really preach about nutrition, and I can't really tell you how to diet, because trust me, you guys have seen my lifestyle. I don't exactly go on diets or anything like that. I don't diet, I just eat. He talked about how, he doesn't care how much you're training in the gym. That takes up 1/3 of the battle, and nutrition takes up the other 2/3. So And he talked about how, which I mean, that was just his opinion, but honestly, I kind of think the same way about it. But that means nutrition is twice as important as training, guys. You gotta actually be careful about that stuff. You gotta be putting an effort into getting your calories in, getting your protein in, without having to rely on this. It's hard to get, you know, like real meat, you know, protein, obviously. You know, some of it can be really expensive, and I agree. You know, my favorite food is steak, you know, specifically ribeye steak. I love ribeye steak. Problem is, in most stores that's expensive. But guys, a couple months ago, Dollar Tree, where their motto is everything is $1, keep that in mind. They started selling ribeye steaks, 3 to 5 ounces, which I know that's not a lot, but that's for $1. $1 for 3 to 5 ounces of ribeye steak. And a lot of you are gonna say, oh, well, that's like absolutely nothing. And I mean, to a certain extent, yeah, I mean, it's really not a whole lot. I'm not saying, you know, that's gonna build your ultimate physique or whatever, but I will tell you this. Think about it this way. You know, that's just one steak. If you buy if you spend $4 on their ribeye steak, that's 12 to 20 ounces of ribeye steak. Keep that in mind. 20 ounces of ribeye steak for $4. Like, it does not get any better than that. Having trouble getting your protein numbers in? Go to Dollar Tree and get you some steaks, because trust me, it's worth it. I'm not saying they're the best in the world, because I mean, they're really not. But I mean, I've had them before. They're at least pretty decent in my opinion. So, you know, you can get by with that. I'm just saying, you know, there's no point in relying on powder when there's real food. You know, that's just my thoughts on supplements. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. Okay, thanks, bye.